welcome to the Yuzu Newzu desk. Last week we talked about the Janken prelims, and this week the final bracket has been posted. That's right, so getting right down to it, I'll leave a link to the description to the full bracket. Right now I'm just going to go through some of the teams that I'm looking forward to seeing on September 24th. That is very early in the morning for us American viewers, and I hope you will watch it with us, as Yuzu Newzu will be live. Newzu will be down here, as well as a wonderful Skype call to listen to, as well as the chat will be active. So if you would like to find an English community to watch the Janken with, you have found it. So getting right down to it, from Block A, one of the interesting teams, just because I really like the name, is the Genghis Cats versus Madonna. Block B, I'm looking forward to seeing Fairy Wink. That is Wink spelled W!NK. And that is Adamaki Misaki from HKT48T2. Just saying. And Anjo Hirona, they have a bye, so they will be skipping it. Of course, also in Block B is Cho, the Moriyasu Madoka Matsuoka Natsumi Kurada Sai, Miyazaki Sono, Matsumoto Hana, and Yamashita Amity group, which is fantastic. So if they win, there will be tears, and just another wonderful reason why you should watch it with us. Alright, Block C, of course, we have the Suzukage Nacho ripoff. If you would like to see me try to pronounce that name, you should watch last week's episode, because oh boy, was it a doozy. I had the translation that had something to do with Midu making paper airplanes on a building, looking up at the clouds, and something. Alright, also in that group is the Melody Twins. That is Maichi Otona and Juto Nene, and mostly I'm interested in that group because, well, HKT48 4 cheers are the best. They will be versing Yoko Nega Pyon, and that's just a fun name, and it's also their opponent. So, that's who we're voting for in Block C, and by we, I mean I. For Block D, we have Sakai 6 Casey, which is Kitagawa Roha's group. I just like Kitagawa Roha, so even though her name kind of sucks, she's in Block D, so if you're following along, that's a group to look for in Block D. They will be versing Fall in Love, which, okay. There's also Seiyuchi, which is Todubu Yuri's group. She's cute, she's by ST48 Oshii, so we'll be watching that one too. Okay, so those are the highlights of the Janken prelims. I hope you're excited to watch it. I hope you choose to watch it with us, but if you don't, there will of course be the Yuzu Newzu wrap-up video. I cannot promise immediately following, but definitely the next day or two. It's late at night. It's a lot of effort. You stay up late. But the best news is that it's on a Saturday this year. Well, Saturday in America, Sunday for those Japanese viewers. But if you're a Japanese viewer and you're watching this, and that's awesome, I'm glad that you want your English-speaking idol news to come from me. But it's during the day for you, so it's not so bad. I remember last year and in years past it has always been on a Wednesday, and that makes it nigh impossible to work and go to school the next day. So, moving right along this week, Team B participated with HKT48 in Tadama Denchu on the HKT48 stage. It was an interesting performance, and there was tons of stuff to talk about, but the most important bit coming out of that is that Watanabe Mayu's graduation concert is on Halloween this year, 10/31. Okay, so moving right along, we have Equal Love's first single. Now, when we were first creating this channel, we had to decide what we were and were not going to cover. And Equal Love clearly falls into the do not cover category. For those of you who don't know, and Equal Love is Sashi's independently produced idol group, where she is the producer of it. No, normally I do not plan to cover a lot about Equal Love, mostly because it's not considered a 48 group. But I am going to talk about this week because it seems like she's hired Motomoto Aoi to do the choreography for it. Which is interesting, and it's very different, right? You would consider an independent group really to not rely on her 48 counterpart to use her position in the 48 group, right, as a leveraging stick to get people to do stuff for her. But Ori did it, and it's a beautiful choreography for the actual center. So, a little bit more about the new PV, since Ori is the choreographer, and so it has something to do with 48G. It is a self-titled track, so Equal Love's first single will be called Equal Love. It's kind of Shonorichi feeling, about the girls and their journey through becoming an idol. And then there's some documentary bits about what it's like to practice and getting through the auditions. Also, there's something to do with the beach and anyways, here's a small preview of it. It's not bad. I kind of like it. It's a little bit catchy. Will I be buying the single? No, my money is not going towards that. Okay, and something else moving right along to our 46 news. So, first thing I want to do is give a huge shout out to @TooMuchIdea on Twitter. There's a link to the tweet I'm going to be talking about in the description. I really suggest you look at it. Follow the dude. Guy's amazing. Liz created a wonderful Excel document about the 90th anniversary of Tokyo Line, which will be celebrated with KX46, how all the flowers are matched to different girls because their theme this year is flowers. There's also 21 stations, and there's actually 21 KX girls, and flowers that bloom with sweat, and all of that nonsense. There's a link to the Twitter description. Please look at it, check it out, find your favorite member, see what flower she is, see what the meaning of that flower is. It's truly awesome. For example, Habu-chan is the Oxybatum Cordinio, which is also known as the Blue Star, and it means true heart. I just thought that was cute. So, moving right along. Alright! Zumiko has released an interview, which means she's not dead. Contrary to popular belief. Just kidding. No one actually thought that, but thought it'd be fun to put that there. She came back with an interview, wishes everyone well. There's been tons of stories on it. I'm not going to get into that because other people have done it far better than I can do it justice for, but she's back. She's not in the group back, but she's in public eye again. She cut her hair. It's awesome. Check it out. Read the interview. There's translations everywhere. Go find it. Also in 46 news, speaking of KX, Hirata Yurina has announced that she is going to be absent from the tour concert in Aichi due to poor physical conditions. This should be a huge red flag to management, who should know for a fact by now that you can't push girls this hard. Despite being half god, or whatever she is, probably demon, I mean, look at those eyes. But these girls need to take a break. You can't keep pushing someone as the center and expect them to carry the entire group on their shoulders. It just doesn't work. That's not how it's supposed to be. Anyways, okay. One last bit of news to talk about this week. STU48 single has been delayed again. Now, it is delayed from when it was supposed to come out in September to the end of January. Why was it delayed? Well, words have not been spoken about it, but partially it could be because maybe there's a breakthrough on the ship and they're thinking that the ship will be done then. Maybe they had filming issues filming the music video. Perhaps Aki P is just lazy and hasn't even written the song yet. I don't really believe that last one, but at the same time, I mean, when is H getting their stage right? I mean, come on, it's only been, what, a million years? Oh, alright, and lastly, this is truly lastly, is the Random Corner. Last week's Random Corner, well, I don't have a description for it, actually. It is about as random as I left it. I just got a video, and it had to do with bananas. For those wondering, she is still talking about bananas. Every day I get at least one message with something like, Ohio banana. Oyasumi banana. I kid you not. Okay, and so this week we're going to go a little bit different route, And watch this clip of Okada Nana awkwardly face mask kissing this girl.